Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 060, Topics in Developmental Mathematics.
Section 4.5, Problem 20. This is Section 4.5, Problem 20. It says solve the following. 75 is 15% of what number? So first we have to convert this to an equation, and then we have to solve the equation. So to make the equation, there are a few key words. Is will become equals. The other key word of will become multiply. So 75 is becomes 75 equals. 15% of becomes times what number? It's just n. It's an unknown. So that's the equation. But to actually solve it and do the work, I prefer to have that 15% written in its decimal equivalent, which would be 0.15. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking the decimal point where it's assumed to be after the 5, moving it 2 positions to the left. So I'll rewrite the equation as 75 equals 0.15 times n. Now to find the actual answer, what we do is divide the 0.15. So when you divide it, you get 75 divided by 0.15 equals n. Now you may have a teacher that will allow you to use a calculator to solve these problems, and if that's the case, what you do is you enter the numerator in your calculator first, put divide by, enter the denominator, press equals, and the calculator will solve it for you very quickly and easily. Now, if your teacher will not allow you to use a calculator to solve these, what you have to do is just do it out the long way by hand. So the number in the denominator goes in front of the division symbol, and the number in the numerator goes inside of the division symbol. So 0.15 divides into 75. And to actually do the computation, you can't have a decimal in the number outside of the division symbol. The number inside would be okay, it goes straight up, but outside you can't do it. So you have to get rid of it. So what you do is you move it as many places as you have to until it gets to the far right end of the number. So it would move 2 places to get to the end of the 15. And to do that, what you have to do is move the same number of positions for the number under the division symbol. So the 75 doesn't have a decimal written, but it's assumed to be after the 5. And if I move it 2 positions, it's going to create 2 blank areas that I will fill in with zeros. So an equivalent division problem, which will have the same answer as 15, divides into 7500, or in other words, 7,500. So now to do the division, 15 divides into 7. 7's not big enough. It won't go. So now you try to go over one more. 15 divides into 75. That will go in evenly, actually. So put in a 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Write the 5, carry the 2. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 more that you carried. 5 plus 2 more is 7. I have 75. 75 minus 75 is 0. Goes in evenly. Bring down the next digit, which is a 0. So 15 times something is 0. Well, it's times 0. So 0 times 15 is 0. Again, works perfectly. 0 minus 0 is 0. One last digit, bring that down. It's also a 0. So 15 times something is 0. It would be 15 times 0 is 0. Subtract, again, 0 remainder, so it went in evenly. The result of the division is 500. So that's the answer, 500. So 75 is 15% of 500.